Hello everybody and how is it going? My name is Manos and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, in today's episode I'm gonna go easy with my voice because it's a little bit tough for me to talk right now. I don't know, I feel a small pain in my throat. Probably yesterday I did a 2-hour video and that made my voice feel very tired, and that's why I feel this pain today, so I'm gonna go easy with it. Also, today's not gonna be a 2-hour episode, don't worry. It's gonna be a short one, and I think we're gonna have so much fun because now the game is at its best level and you are going to enjoy it so much. So let's start with it. Let's load our game. It's time to write our poem again. But just a small hint. No, it's not a small hint. I can actually say this right now because everybody can understand what is happening and what is going on. And the main villain in this game is Monica. Obviously, she's the one that is breaking the fourth wall over and over. And this is our enemy. Actually, she's the one who's tried to manipulate everyone's mind. But right now we're in the part that we're trying to do romance with one of our two girls, not three anymore, and we're gonna go with Natsuki. And the reason is because I want to unlock a almost secret cutscene with her, which is gonna be very creepy but very cool at the same time. It's a very good one. So and it's gonna be easy, like you see, fluffy. Of course, it's Natsuki's word. It's not gonna be hard. Boop. Hope. What? Yuri, you're not. Kitty. All right, let's be serious. Rainbow. Flying. Shiny. Fun. Flower. No, lazy. Whisper. Essence. Existence. Special. Sticky. Play. Puppy. Lollipop. Doki Doki, I think. Yeah. Easy, you see? Natsuki is easy to figure out. Lucky. Kawaii. Joy. What? Come on. Yuri, you're not my girl anymore. We lost your progress, so you have to go in the sidelines and watch from there. Yeah, candy. Skirt. Yep. Nailed it. Hi again, people. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, I don't wanna. I'm not going to run, Monica. Don't worry about it. I see your shit. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, hello, Yuri. Nice glitchy effect you have over your face. Thanks for keeping your promise, Pipa. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you are not accustomed to it. Oh, Natsuki, come on, stop the shit. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, could you step outside of the dialogue, please? No, you don't want to move your ass? Alright, I'll play with your shit, as I said. Natsuki recently have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the club room. The music is fucked up. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. As you can see, guys, the picture is tilting. I'm sorry, Pipa. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, Perhaps you might have interest picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only fits right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Well, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, and the picture finally is not tilted, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I see. There is a long volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I put it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she says she's admiring. Perfect girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you the one thing, Pippa. Consider don't judge a book. In fact, I'm doing this change the voice because you will understand why I'm doing it in the future, but it's basically the game's trying to mess up with your head. Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated, feminine poses. It's eccentrically Mo. Don't just stand here. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windows wheels. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? Oh, I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Huh? Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scouches in it away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of this, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot.
Aw, cute face of Natsuki, she's such a child.
Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read.
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub in it? Jeez.
Oh, sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I am already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least, it's safe here in the club room.
Well, the dark letters with the black font, it's actually that breaking of the fourth wall. You can read the mind of the characters, what they are thinking about. If that was my first affair with Natsuki and I was trying to get a romance with her, that sentence wouldn't even exist. It would be like, well, I can't keep it in my house because it's not cool or anything, but at this point you see the pure truth from their head being spilled out in front of you. So right now we know that every girl has a problem. Sayori has depression. We saw Yuri holding a very sharp knife in her bag, and Natsuki getting beat up every day by her dad, so she has family issues. And now, if you don't had a romance with one of the girls, and the second round, which is this one that we're doing right now, you will see a lot of their secrets being unfold.
Captain Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Ah, she is sleeping. Kit girl. It looked like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Oh, fuck.
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay?
Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. That's... Okay, I'll explain that later. I don't think I can spoil this one, what just happened. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you not to give...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth.
Don't worry, Pippa. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share palms now?
What an idiot you are. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Huh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when I'm writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, making well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it.
Irk.
Natsuki retort gets caught in her throat.
So, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that.
Pretty sure you didn't actually say that with my normal voice. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna explain the poem, it's the same one, just like in the first run of the game.
I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really discouraging. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I said, up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, now let's go with Yuri. Now, Yuri's not gonna like our poems, and it's gonna be very interesting. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad?
No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. I might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that our specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased? Oh. I'm fucked up the voice here. Sorry guys.
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under light. Yeah, we've already read that. The light flickers, I flicker back. Yeah, last remaining side. Yeah, it's Ghost Under Light part 1 and part 2. This is part 1, of course. Part 2 comes in the following days, so I'm not gonna read it again. We know what will happen.
I'm sorry I have such a terrible handwriting.
Well, no matter how many times you apologize, Yuri, I will always hate your handwriting. Sorry. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
No, I just skipped it. I don't care, Yuri.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
The story isn't about a ghost at all, Pippa.
Really? Must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things too.
Yeah, maybe you were right.
I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you.
Who should I show my poem to next? Of course, Monica, the last bitch.
Hi, people. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, people. We are all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I handed Monica my poem.
I like it, people.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So, take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy.
Keep this sentence in your mind, guys.
Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fuzzy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at her the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, right now Monica just gave us all the backstory for Natsuki, and that's something that only the one character in the game that breaks the fourth wall could do. And yeah, like I said, she's like the one that breaks the black letters in the middle of the script when you're reading a dialogue. She is completely messing with the game.
Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in Wall. Yeah. This is the poem that says that she's trying to see what is in the other side of the hole. Are there others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic playing tricks on my ears, the room being too trickle, closing it to me, the air bit is for. Yeah, this is actually an explanation of what the perspective of Monica is. The whole is that she's the other people is the game, and the script that the game follows as a story, and the other people are the characters: Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. And this poem explains everything. If you want to pause the video and reread it, it will make a lot more sense than the first time that we read it, and it's pretty fun because right now the player can understand exactly what Monica is trying to say to us. That's why we have a second chance in the game to reread the poems, because right now they make sense.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the theming between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one? The fact that she is trying to fuck the game up.
Oh, well,
I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. It's just like I just killed someone, and that's my epiphany.
An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening.
I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Oh, the game changes. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land to Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in a tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Huh? If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Pippa did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And people like my poem too, you know. He never told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Pippa appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Pippa started showing up.
Natsuki,
that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch.
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can control your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa! Be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Or my bad, you already do, don't you?
Did you just assume of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let people hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Pippa, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, now we can't use a Yuri, Natsuki. Yuri, Natsuki. Hey, Monica! Whoa, that was intense. The music is so intense when you have the headphones on. Because when I was watching the playthroughs, I had my mobile phone on it, and it wasn't so intense. But man, this changed the environment and the feel of the game so much. Cool. Oh, you, Monica.
Hey, Pippa. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay?
You're already stepping outside, Monica. You already do that. Breaker of the fourth wall.
Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Well, we'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others.
Yeah, Sayori had it, and where she is now? Nowhere. She's gone.
You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out. She's crying. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done.
It's obvious that Monica doesn't give a fuck about this situation. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri. I didn't mean it.
I believe you.
I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Pippa, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Like I'm going to delete her memory. Like I'm some sort of a god in this game. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now, if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer.
I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done.
Well, I'm vice president. Please let me take that responsibility today.
It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Pippa. It will just be embarrassing with you listening.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
I'm sorry for causing trouble, but oh, shit. Shit. Okay. That's it for today's episode, guys. You see how the atmosphere changes right now, that Monica is trying to get inside everyone's head and change their memory, change their feelings, change the course of their life. It's very it's an awesome experience, and I'm really happy for this game to even exist and having this experience again. So I'm gonna leave this episode here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said, and as I promised, a smaller episode. That's what we needed at this point. But the game is gonna be even more complex as we go through the story. And you're going to enjoy it so much. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a nice day.